Mind Gap Podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome to Mind Gap Podcast. I'm Doug.
I'm Justin, and Doug, tell me a story.
All right, I want you to imagine, Justin. I want you to imagine you are 16. All right?
Here we go again. All right.
Can you do it? Can you imagine yourself being 16?
Hold on. Let me get a roll of paper towel and a Sharpie. All right, I'm ready.
All right, cool. All right, you're hanging out with three of your friends. And you are, I don't know, you guys are kind of hanging out, whatever. It's kind of like a ho-hum. The energy's kind of down. And so your mom, seeing that you guys are kind of down, you know, she's like, you know what? I'm gonna order these guys some pizza. She's like, hey guys, pizza's coming. And you're like, all right, cool. So the pizza arrives and she comes out. You're kind of like in the backyard area, and she comes out and she's like dancing as she's bringing the pizza, and there's some music playing in like a Bluetooth speaker, and she's dancing. You realize that she's dancing to WAP as she's doing it.
So that's okay.
I'm not done yet.
No. I understand. But when you said it's a Bluetooth speaker, I'm like, well, when I was 16, I don't think that existed.
Yeah,
but okay,
16,
go ahead.
We're shifting timelines here.
I understand now. Okay, I'm here. Okay, so WAP's going on. Yep.
Yeah, she's like shaking her butt a little bit as she's doing it. She puts the pizza down, and she's singing along to the music, but when it gets to wet ass, pussy, she goes, that's some wet ass pizza. And she's like putting it down on the table, opening up. You're like, yeah. How would you react to that?
I think I just did. No. That's so many things. First off, wet ass pizza sounds horrible.
Does sound pretty awful.
That by itself. Why is the pizza wet? And why is it a wet ass pizza? I don't like that.
The only thing that would make it okay is if it's like a pepperoni heavy pizza, so you got like that grease on it that makes it a little greasy. It's a greasy ass pizza, not a wet ass pizza.
Extra saucy.
Right?
Oh man, no. Well, the fact that she knows the song well enough to then change the lyrics to wet ass pizza would again make me just go, what are you doing outside of being a mom?
Wow. What a male response. What a
16 response. No. It's what a 16-year-old boy response. That's what it is. Okay.
So she puts the pizza down.
No kid wants to think of either of their parents outside of that parental role. Okay.
So she puts the pizza down, pops it open, and you go, ugh, ugh. And she turns around, she shakes her ass a little bit and looks over her shoulder. She goes, that's some dry ass pizza energy over there. And then like shimmies back into the house.
So I would also, as adult me, would sit there and go, why are you shaking your ass at a bunch of 16-year-olds? What are we doing here? This feels very Mrs. Robinson-esque. I don't like this.
I will say the original story this comes from, it's a bunch of teenage girls. And so the mother is doing it to the girls.
Oh, okay.
Which is
still don't like it.
Yeah. I was like, if you want, we can imagine your dad doing this, as he's like humping the air as he puts the pizza down.
That's where you turn to your friends and just go, you want to go to your house? Or
there's a lot of lead paint around here. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry about all this.
Grab a couple slices, let's get in your car. I can't drive
yet. My parents have both suffered head trauma. We should leave immediately.
My dad's inhaled a lot of smoke in his career from fighting fires. I don't think he's okay.
Mental illness runs in my family. We should go.
We should go. I think as a parent, I can appreciate what the mom is doing.
Like trying to like be like cringe and like funny to the kids, or
because I will totally do that. Like I have no problem being but it's also like in the post, this is from the mom's perspective. She's like, I'm kind of a funny person. Anytime anyone says that, you're like, I don't know.
Are you?
And she mentioned how somber the mood was out there with the girls. She's like, well, I'll liven it up. And then one of the questions is like, well, what if something serious happened at like school or something, And these girls are like talking about it. And then all of a sudden you're, yeah, who's ready for some wet ass pizza? And you're like, Mom, Mr. Jefferson was touching kids and we're talking about, it's like, what? Jenny found another girl in the bathroom and there was blood everywhere. Like,
It's some wet ass pizza.
Yeah, who wants some wet ass pizza? Because like, I'll make them laugh. It's like,
we haven't seen Sammy in 7 days. Okay, things are getting bleak. We're scared.
They watched some VHS tape and now they're gone. 7 days later.
They all ran out of their houses at 2:17 in the morning,
and they're just gone,
and just into the darkness. Yeah, no, no one knows where they went, Mom.
No one knows, Mom. Yeah. But how about some wet ass pizza? That'll cheer you up.
Hey, you all got some dry ass pizza attitude.
Some dry ass pizza energy.
How about we make that moist and make it wet ass pizza, Mom? I
don't know about you, but I got some wet ass pizza energy. Where's your dad?
He's got that pepperoni.
You know what I'm talking about? He's got that sausage.
Make that pizza wet.
He's always my
cheese pull.
He's my meat lover's pizza. Or I should say I'm his meat lover's pizza. You know what I mean? Because I love that meat.
Jesus Christ. So, yeah, look, I think there's a line.
Have your parents ever talked about their sexual endeavors?
Not that if they have, I blocked it out.
Have you ever been around where they're like, we have sex?
It's been repressed. I like to think that never happened and I was immaculately conceived.
Yeah. I think one time we had locks on doors in our house, but no one ever used them. And one time, like, I got back from hanging out with friends and I went in to talk to my mom. The door was locked and I was like, oh. I immediately was like, whoa, where's dad? Where's dad? Where's mom? Uh-oh. And I was like, that door's locked. That could mean only one thing, because we don't lock doors in this house.
Right.
Do.
Oh, boy. Yeah. No, I don't.
They never talk about it.
No, I never bore witness to anything. Never encountered a locked door or heard any tales being told. So of wet ass.
You ever get busted rubbing one out?
Did not get busted rubbing one out.
Yeah,
but I did.
It seems like.
Well, I think we talked about this early on. Yeah. But when I was very young, just figuring things out, if you will, I ended up flushing a bunch of paper towel, not realizing that paper towel doesn't really dissolve like toilet paper does, and my mom had, after they unclogged it, she's like, "Why did you flush so much paper towel?" And I was like, and I short circuited, and I copped to it, and I was like, I want to die now. Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So yeah, never got caught, but copped to it.
I was very close once. It
was the time in the basement, right? Where you went full secret agent mode trying to hide.
No, that was me just trying to watch some boobies on TV.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay, so this was a whole different story. Okay.
Yeah, this is a whole different story. It was nighttime. I was doing my business, and like my dad just like came into my room, and like I had my boxes around my ankles, so like I pulled the covers all the way up, and he was like, "Hey, Doug, I have something I want to talk to you about real quick." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And like he sat down on the bed and everything, and I was just like, "Oh yeah, okay." He's like talking to me and whatever, and I can't remember what it was about, but he's like, "Why don't you come on downstairs real quick, and then we'll do this thing." I'm like, "Cool." I was like, "I'll be down in a second," just because I'm like my boxers around my ankles, like I have to pull them up before whatever. So he was like, "All right, cool," and I was like, pulled them up, and then I was good, but other than that,
yeah,
nope, never. That was the closest I came.
He came in, he sat in the bed and goes, "Doug, because I want to talk about something real serious here.
Yeah.
Boats are a depreciating asset, and here's why you should never buy one." And then he went into a 40-minute lecture about it.
And when he was done, I was like, "Huh?"
Like,
what's that? I was like, "I just get it. Depreciating asset."
Yeah.
Dad.
Starboard.
Poop deck.
So many parts of Doug were born that day.
Right. Yeah.
Poop.
So many nautical terms were implanted to me,
Absolutely, yeah. Oh, you're so nautical.
You're such a nautical boy.
Oh, wet ass pizza. It's so nautical.
Yeah, I feel like that's apparent trying to be silly. Because honestly, I part of me truly believes that like having those kinds of things like with your kids is kind of the joy of being a parent. Is just being like,
Oh, absolutely.
I know you're embarrassed by me, and that is a power that I wield right now, and I'm going.
And that, yeah, and that's the right that's passed on generation to generation. Yeah. Like, and when Natalie becomes a parent, if she chooses to become a parent herself, she will have earned that right at that point to absolutely mortify in a fun, playful way. Yes. Like, because like dragging your kids and making them like genuinely embarrassing them in a non-healthy way. Obviously, you don't have that right. But if it is a completely like just like, oh my God, you're so cringe. You're like, I know, you're welcome.
I was like, that's you want to see how cringe I can be? Because that's what it's going to be. Because if she's like obnoxious to me as a teenager, I'm like, oh, you want to play that game? We can play that game. I was like,
you don't know,
here's
who
the
you're
thing.
going up against.
You've now just opened a door that is wide open. I'm like, Dad, you're embarrassing. Like, you want to see how far this goes?
You think you've seen Final Boss? You have not.
I was like, I was like, just remember, I told Justin this off mic, but today my daughter had a sticky ball and she threw it up on the ceiling twice and it stuck and I had to get it off twice. And we went in this whole ordeal, how because I got off the ceiling, now it's mine because, you know, I got it down. And she's like,
possession is 9/10 of the law.
She's like, no, you got to give it back. And I was like, all right, well, I get to play with it for a minute. She's like, Dad. I'm like, 1 minute, count to 60. And I'm just like, boom, boom. She's like, 1, 2, 3. I'm like, my tempo. And then I give it back to her. And then when she's walking by, I take a bag of frozen fruit and I touch the back of her neck. And she's like, ah. And she throws the ball at me and I catch it. I go, this is mine now, permanently. She's like, no. I'm like, you threw it at me. So you didn't want it and you were giving it to me. That's how it works. She's like, no. And then she starts going, which is what I loved about her. She's like, oh, so if we're just throwing a ball around, like softball, then like, am I giving you the ball? I'm like, no, you're throwing the ball with me. This one you threw at me. You intended to do me harm. Therefore, I catch it. It is mine. And she's like, no. And then Jill's like, I'm working. Can you guys go somewhere else and do this? And I was like, I can do this all day. This is fun because she's also testing my logical boundaries where I'm like, actually, that's a good point. What is the difference? I'm like, oh, yes, it is mutual.
Right.
Therefore,
no, that's good. Like,
yeah,
you can tell you can tell who she has been trained by. Like you can tell who her parents are because of how she starts testing and which way her humor and her logic is starting to swing. And it's you and Jill have almost trained her too well because she's going to be a force to be rivaled with.
Yeah, because I test her constantly with that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, so she likes to see me playing with her mom and she goes, oh yeah. She goes over and she has another one. She gets it out. I'm like, all right, cool. So I can keep this one because you have that one. She's like, no, I want that back. I'm like, oh, so we're going to trade then. She's like, no, I want the both. So I'm about to hand it to her. I'm like, okay, but we're going to trade. I'm going to play with that one for 1 minute. She's like, I'm like, no. She goes, okay, then I'm going to keep this one. She's like, oh. So I'm just. This is called annoying.
Negotiations.
I know. I'm like, give me that one for 1 minute. And then she's like, fine. I take it. And I'm like, do. And she's like, 1, 2. I go, my tempo. Do.
Just wait until that's one of those things where she's going to lock on to. And at some point when it does not benefit you, she's going to call out my tempo, and you're going to have to, the practical side of you is going to have to relent to whatever tempo
the
she
comedy
says.
Side of me is also going to laugh their ass off because she has said and done some things where I'm like, that's so fucking funny. Like I can't.
So you're like, you got me. Yeah.
And I've given her props to her, just so you know, that's really funny. Like that's really, really funny. And she's done some callbacks and stuff where I'm like, oh shit, man, you've got some chops there. That's really funny. It's really, really funny.
But getting back to the embarrassing stuff, yes. I do fully expect, like, again, I don't know that she, like, you know, we reveal ourselves to people in small doses, you know, eventually after they get some people rather, eventually get the entire picture of who we are. With kids and their parent, like I still am learning little bits about my parents. I've got a pretty full picture of each of them, but there's still things that I'm learning as their offspring. And I feel like Natalie doesn't fully understand the links that her father's prepared to go for a bit. I've bore witness to it, and she has not yet.
Yeah, and I told her that. I go, hey, you know what's gonna be really weird? I go, you're gonna know what I've been like from like 33 to 43. So like, there's literally,
yeah,
there are data. There's data out there. So if you're ever curious,
evidence.
you want to see what I was like for a decade of my life, you can go listen to it and
Right.
be ashamed, I guess, if you want. So like,
What'll be great is that when she comes across, if she goes back and listens, she comes across stuff like this. If she remembers, like, I remember when Dad did that with the sticky ball, and we had to negotiate for my tempo, and she's like, oh, I totally remember that.
Right. Well, Natalie, if you're listening to this in the future, I want to give you a shout out. Your last basketball game was on Sunday, and you played amazing defense. She blocked 3 shots.
Yes.
One of the smallest kids on the team. She blocked 3 shots, and one of them she blocked. The ball bounced, hit her in the nose, and then like there was like a brief like timeout, and like because there was like changing of sides, and she like was like doing this, and she started crying. I was like, "You got this!" And then she was like, she just locked in, and then blocked another shot immediately, and like ran down the court. And I was like, "Yes, way to lock in! Don't succumb to the pain. You did it. Good job."
That's what's up. Awesome. Way to go, Nat.
It was awesome. Yeah, it was really cool. And like even there was another mom who's also like kind of a temporary nurse at her school, so she knows Natalie relatively well. She saw it, she was like, "You're okay, you're okay, you're okay." But then she was like, I was so impressed at how she just like bounced right back, and I was like, "Yeah, let's go."
That's so fucking cool, man. That's awesome.
It was pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
I love that. Well, Doug, I got a story for you.
Lay it on me.
This happened over Christmas, and
okay,
I've been waiting for the right time to bring it up.
All right, let's go.
So I bought Beth a scarf as one of her gifts for Christmas, and when I went to the store to buy it, I was looking for one of those like oversized ones that you can wrap around a few times, real fluffy. And I was like, "Oh, cool!" I found one. It was like $6 or something. I was like, "Holy shit! What a great deal!" I brought it up to the register. They rung it up, and I brought it home. And I went to wrap it. And when I pulled it apart, when I tried to like unravel it to like rewind it, I noticed it was 2 scarves. It was 2 regular size scarves. I'm like, "Oh shit, that's a bummer." Also, I got a 2-for-1 because they rang me up once, and I got 2 scarves. And so I wrapped the one, and I was like, what do I do with this other scarf? Do I give it as a gift? Do I give her 2 of them? Do I keep this jaunty scarf for myself? And then I started thinking, I'm like, I'm feeling really guilty about this. And I was like, I didn't steal it. Like I brought this to the counter. In theory, I could have intended to purchase 2, but I brought this to the counter. They rang me for 1, and they put it in the bag. So not my fault. I was not the, I didn't break any rules. And so I sat there and I debated for a couple of minutes. I'm like, what do I do with this scarf? And I ended up deciding on bringing it back to the store. And I walked up to the cashier and I said, "Hey, I bought this. I bought the scarf. There was 2. You only rang me up for 1. I came home with 2. So I'm just here to give this back to you so you can put it back on the shelves." And the guy shot me the weirdest, untrusting look of just like, okay. And I was like, okay, so thanks. And I just turned and walked away. And I'm like, I don't know. Because I'm sure most people would have, that's not an encounter that he probably expected. Like someone would have bring it back, maybe asked for store credit and used it, or, whatever it may be. So I wanted to relay that story and ask, in that situation, what would you have done? Like, would you have would you have felt that guilt? Do you know where that came from? Or do you think I overanalyzed it and should have kept it? Where are you on the story?
First of all, I want to call bullshit. I think what really happened is Beth came home and you were freaking out upstairs, and she goes up there and you've got the scarf in the toilet as you're trying to flush it down. And she's like, "What are you doing?"
I masturbated and cleaned it up with the scarf.
I jerked off onto it.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
You're not wrong. That's
that
the one I
present
returned
and then wrapped it.
That's the one exactly.
No, I think part of it is because I am lawful good in a lot of ways, and I think what you did was very admirable. And unfortunately, our society is not used to that, because if anything, that almost makes you look guilty by coming in and be like, "Hey, you guys, I paid for 1." But I got 2. I want to give this to you. They're like, "What the fuck are you doing here, man?" Like,
that's the look he gave me, right?
Did you steal this? And are you trying to not get caught or something? Are you afraid? So So, like, unfortunately, based on our societal stuff, like, it would probably be better if you just didn't do anything and just kept it, even though you're like, I don't know what to do with this identical scarf. I didn't want to. Like,
well, that's why I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm like, look, it's Old Navy. They're not going to fucking, like, they're not going to miss a $7 scarf. What, 6-7? Sorry, I had to do it. They're not going to miss that.
Wow. Justin, no, we gotta let that breathe for a second, that you just did that and you did the whole hands thing with it. Like, Jesus Christ, how are you that influenced by that?
Are we done letting it breathe?
Yeah. Like, how are you that influenced by 6-7?
Because we were going on a run where we were embarrassing our nieces and nephews with it. So, like, it is now burned into my head. Like,
well, that makes sense. But still, you're like 6-7. I'm like, he did the hand thing too.
Every time I say it, even accidentally to myself, I'm like 6-7. All right, we're done with that. Like, it's almost like I have to do it.
Oh my God, we all have this compulsion, this virus in our brain.
This is, if I had kids, this is how.
Oh no, we spilled salt. We gotta throw it over our shoulder and spin around 3 times.
Right? How many ounces? 6 or 7? 6-7.
Oh shit!
Throw salt with both hands. No, but I'm like, this scarf, like, I'm like, this is not going to matter at all to their bottom line. So I could keep this, and it's not like I'm hurting a mom and pop store. You know what I mean? And that's the one side that I kept arguing with myself. Look, you got this, and I went as far as like, look, these fucking billionaires and all these fucks in office now, you know, they don't play by the rules, and they're just fine. So why should I? I just got a free scarf. Let's just sit in that. They wouldn't give it back. If it was $1 million, they would have kept it, and they wouldn't have claimed it in their taxes. So, but then I was like, but if karma exists, I don't want to get fucked, you know?
Yeah. No, I think in your situation, like, I think you went above and beyond, and I say that with a cynical mind, because, like, that should have been like wow, great job. But I'm like, it actually was more trouble than it was worth, because our society doesn't reward that kind of behavior.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
You know?
It was for me. Yeah.
Yeah,
I did it for me.
It's more or less, they're just like, wow, this is weird that this is happening. And it was an honest mistake, right? The person ringing it up should have caught that, you know? But I'm like, I wonder if anyone even fucking knew, you know, where they're like,
guaranteed
we're one scarf inventory short. Scott, get over here.
Check the tapes.
Check the tapes. Where's the scarf? You know, I'm sure somewhere in their loss management sort of stuff, it would pop up, but there's no way they would really know.
But like I said, I worked at the Container Store forever. That kind of stuff, you write that off. Like, at the end of the day, you write stuff in and out of stock. Like, if something breaks, you just write it out of inventory. If something is a miscount, you write it out. Like, one scarf, even if it's 10 scarves, they probably just write that as they write it out in or out of inventory, and it's fine. It's like a rounding error for them.
Right.
So, yeah.
So I commend you for doing that. I think that's cool. Okay. I think I would have, me also logistically, I'm like, I have to go back to a store.
Oh, that pissed me off. I'm like, I got to make a special trip back down here.
I was like, I don't want to do that.
It was right across from Raising Cane's. It was miserable. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Horrible.
I almost sent you a picture of Raising Cane's from New York, because it was not nearly as busy, Justin. Lines, not out the
How is that possible, Doug?
Seemed very reasonable.
How is it possible?
In New York. In Manhattan, their Raising Cane's was chill.
Was chill, baby. So because of that scarf story, I wanted to kind of do something today where we're creating a morality meter, okay? And I want to rank victimless crimes that we would or maybe wouldn't commit. Let's rank them depending on, you know, our meter. So let's start by actually, like, defining what this meter looks like, okay? So we're going to do 5 different tiers. Tier 1 is, look, the universe willed it. I have no guilt whatsoever. Clearly, karma, the cosmos, they intended for me to have this thing or for this thing to happen to me, and there's no guilt whatsoever. So that's tier 1, okay? Tier 2, corporate crimes don't count. Big company, for example, Old Navy, they'll be fine, right? I'm basically Robin Hood, okay? I got this scarf, and I'm going to give it to someone who doesn't have a scarf. And this company, they're just going to write it off. It's not a problem whatsoever. All right, that's tier 2. Tier 3, I'll feel bad, but for like 5 minutes. I'll think about it, and then I'll go about my day. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. Momentary guilt, but I'm going to rationalize it away. Tier 4 is, this is going to haunt me. I'm going to think about this. This is going to be a couple years where I'm like, I still cringe on this one. And then 5 is absolutely not. I have a soul. I need to protect that. I can't go to hell. I have to. This is where my boundary is. Okay, this is the cutoff for me. So that's
Right.
tier 1 through 5. Okay, so we're gonna go through and we're gonna talk about some scenarios that you might encounter, and we're gonna rank these and see where we lie. Figure out if we can feel where is our morality meter at. Okay. Okay. So the finders keepers fallacy, right? Things that you find that technically aren't yours. Okay, so like hypothetically, you find a $20 bill on the sidewalk. No one's around. It's just sitting there on the sidewalk. I'll give you a real world example. At 11:30 when we were living there, I walked out and I found a $100 bill laying on the ground. I picked that thing up. I had tier 1 0 morality issue putting that thing in my pocket.
Well, because that's the thing is it's cash. You know, like, what are you gonna be like?
How
Did
do you
anyone
prove
lose
someone?
$100? Oh, that would be mine, sir. You know,
7 people. Oh, as a matter of fact, I just lost a $100 bill. Yes.
yeah, that's you chalk that up to like, hey man, it fell out of someone's pocket or whatever. It is what it is. Like, what are you gonna do? You know, it sucks because you imagine like someone dropped $100. That sucks, but you have no idea who that is. There's no, even if you wanted to do something nice to return it, there's nothing you could do about it. So
no, absolutely not. It's not like, because I was thinking too, like, do you give it to the front desk? Because guess what? They're going to pocket it. And I would too.
Yeah,
if I was
I'll
the
keep
front
an
desk
eye out
person,
in case someone says they're missing this $100 bill. I'll keep it here, you know.
I'll ask everyone. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Again,
Everyone that
cynical
comes in
view
and
of
out.
our society doesn't reward that kind of behavior. So
Not at all. Not at all. So that is yours. Yes.
yeah, for sure.
If you found, is there a number amount if you found on the ground that you would, or like if you found an envelope of cash and 10 grand in it, is that yours now?
I would be concerned about picking that up. I'd be like, this is some sort of drop. And like, I've
Someone's
seen
coming
movies
after-
where like the wrong guy gets that shit and they're like, where's my fucking money? I'm like, I don't know. I don't want this. Like,
Right.
I'd be like, this is a problem. What idiot dropped this? Like,
Right. And usually in those movies, the person who finds it just happens to have some sort of martial arts skills or something. And I don't have those. So this is not going
or
to
they
end well
don't, or all of a sudden you now owe a favor to some very bad people because you took their money.
They sit down and go, look, we're going to let you keep that 10 grand. That's a gift to you. But in return, we might ask for a favor one day.
It turns into, oh, so you spent the money. Was it something nice?
Right.
Did you enjoy it? Okay. That's good. Well,
Did
then
your wife
I
enjoy
want
it?
something.
Did Jill enjoy that?
Right.
How Natalie? Did you buy something nice for Natalie?
Yeah. Did you buy something nice at your apartment at 1111 South Wabash Avenue? You know, like, it's like, I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you'll get me something nice someday when I ask for a favor. All right? Understand that? Douglas John Cochran?
I think we just wrote a movie.
I'm like, I think that movie's been done.
That means nothing in Hollywood, Doug.
Nah, fair enough. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the recent live action Moana trailer. It looks like garbage. Absolute garbage. Like just
wait till we get to our recommendations, because that is the movie I'm recommending.
all right. Let's just talk about morality and why these things are allowed to get made. Why these movies are allowed to get made? Because I think this is fucking laughable that they're letting this stuff go. Anyway,
We talked about that before, man. It's been less than 10 years. By the time this actually hits theaters, it will still be less than 10 years to the day since the original Moana came out.
Yeah, and it looks like shit, in my
Yeah.
opinion. That's not knocking the people who are doing the effects, but I'm like, you got a live action person surrounded by cartoonish CGI stuff. I'm like, just watch the original. Just watch the original.
Genuinely.
I don't
The
need
crab,
to see
the crab looks the same.
Yeah.
As in the Disney Pixar. Like
The
it
water,
looks
the
same.
animated water looks the same. Like
I know.
Tafiti looks the same. Like, I'm just like, what are we doing? Like,
Yeah.
it's stupid.
Anyway. So
Anyway.
we're going to call this one the How I Met Your Mother situation. Someone leaves
Yeah.
their umbrella on a bus. It's a yellow umbrella. It's pouring rain, and you need one. They're nowhere to be found. They got off a couple stops ago. For whatever reason, they didn't take their umbrella with them, and now it's there. And you're like, shit, I don't have an umbrella, but this one's here now. Do you take the umbrella? What tier is that for you?
Well, again, it's one of those things where it's like, even if you wanted to give it to that person, how are you going to? They're a stranger and they're off the bus. So, like,
But do you give it to the bus driver and say, hey, in case that person comes running back?
yeah, you could. I mean, it depends on how bad you need it, I guess. Like,
So let's say you
What's
take it. What tier does that fall into for you?
probably one. Like,
Probably still one
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably one where it's just like, I don't even know what to do. I mean, the best thing you do is give it to the bus driver, which I'm sure even they would be like, thanks, you know, but you know, there's nothing else you could really do about that. So, you know, yeah, there's times where, I mean, I'll tell you what, I was talking to Natalie about this today because she's upset because she thought she lost one of her toys she brought to school. She ultimately found it. But I go, can I tell you about the time I lost something and was really pissed? I was getting off of a plane and I was so like distracted from everything that was going on in the plane. I left behind my first generation iPod, my Bose noise canceling headphones, and my copy of Stephen King's It in the front seat pocket. And as soon as I got off the plane, I realized I didn't have it. And I called like their helpline, which was a fucking waste of time. But I was like, hey, I just got off this flight and these things were in the thing. I sat in this seat and they're like, okay, we'll let you know. Never heard back. So
of course not. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was like, motherfucker. So to this day, I'm like, God damn it, that's on me. You know, I should have paid attention. There's one here that says like grocery store doesn't charge you for an item at the bottom of the cart. I accidentally, I think a couple of times, have forgot to put the garlic when I do self checkout. Like, because I have it at the top of the cart or whatever, and everything else is in the main area, and I do all that, and I walk out, and I'm like, oh fuck, I didn't pay for this garlic. I'm like, shit, but it was like 69 cents. Right. So I'm like, what am I? What are you gonna do? Like, run back in? Hold on, I got this bulb of garlic.
I mean, if it was a scarf, like.
Yeah. I was like, because I think a lot of this has to do with intention, right? I didn't intend to be like, fuck you guys. I'm getting some free garlic today, like.
Right. I think that a lot of it does have to come down to intention too. Like, were you looking to pocket that garlic? Because that probably changes things.
Right. Like, I think that's just one of those things where I'm like, I didn't mean to. I walked out of it. I realized it after the fact. I'm like, I go down to like, I don't want to go back inside to pay 69 cents. That's a lot of effort for 69 cents. I'm just like,
right.
It's not worth the transaction charge for Jewel or me or the receipt it's printed on, to do this. Right. It's like, whatever. It's fine. The camera didn't catch me up there either to be like, wah, wah, you didn't pay for your garlic, When you walk back in, just a giant security guard goes, can you come with me, sir? Takes you to the back room. Big light gets shine in your eyes. Some guy in a loosened tie with suspenders and rolled up sleeves coming smoking a cigarette going, smells like garlic in here. Yeah. And a couple of guys grab me. They put my hands on the table. And he's like, you jerk off with your left or your right hand? He's holding a hammer. I'm like, uh-oh. I don't like this question.
Oh, no. And then he just smacks your cock with the hammer.
Oh, shit.
Why did
garlic out of here again?
Which hand?
Tell your friends what we do to people who steal garlic in this fucking joint. I'm like, oh my God.
I'm never coming back to this Mariano's again.
Jewel sucks. Let's talk about tier 2. Let's move on to tier 2.
Yes. So the digital age loopholes. All right. So modern crimes that didn't exist 20 years ago. So let's start with the one that we all have done. I believe you're guilty of this too. Using someone else's streaming service login with permission.
I actually haven't done that.
You've never done that?
I've never done that.
Even though Dropout TV
wait. No. Years ago, my brother gave me his HBO login to watch the first 2 seasons of Game of Thrones.
Aha. Okay, yes. Good. So your hands aren't clean. Got it.
My hands are not clean, no.
Yes, they're full
in
of
general,
garlic
I don't share
cum.
with anybody because I just don't. So, but I have done it, yeah.
Even though Dropout asks you to. They tell you, please share our thing with people.
Oh, do they?
I thought you told me that.
I don't think I did.
I'm pretty sure.
It doesn't sound lawful good. Doug wouldn't say that.
Someone, all right.
I would encourage you to pay for Dropout because I want them to get all the money in the world.
And it's cheap as shit already.
Yeah.
But I do believe that Dropout has a thing where they're just like, share it with your friends.
Probably.
It's again seems like a Sam thing.
Cool.
Yeah, exactly. But but using someone else's log, where does that land for you on the tier system?
It's weird because there's family plans, right? And I love how they get so butthurt about like, well, are you in the same house?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, who fucking cares? A family plan's a family plan. Like,
right.
Spotify was like that. I was on Noah's family plan for a couple of years where he had like 10 people. We just had to put in his main address to be like, yep, we're all in the same house. Like, who gives a shit? Like, yeah, it's a little bit cheaper, but we're still paying for it, like.
Right.
I think there's something to be said if like you're sharing with like 15 people. That's probably
I fully agree.
you know.
I fully
but
agree. Yeah.
If you're sharing with, I mean, if a total of 5 or 6 people are using it, and some of them are family and a couple are friends, I'm like, I don't really care. You know?
Right. This falls into like a tier 2 for me. I'm like, this is a big company. I understand like enough people do it, it's going to hurt their bottom line. But at the same time, you guys are making so much fucking money. And also I would argue that the entire system, as far as streaming and entertainment of it, is rigged already. It's such a broken, like we can get that. That's a whole nother topic we can get into. But I would say that they're asking, they're daring us to do it.
I was like, you're going to say they were asking for it, aren't you?
No, I said they're daring us to do it, Doug. Moving on.
I do have a problem with that logic. I understand it. I understand it that these guys are making money hand over fist. I mean, the CEO of Warner Brothers is going to make out like a fucking bandit in this goddamn
which is
Paramount
ridiculous.
deal, which is insane considering
ridiculous.
They cut jobs and their stock market dipped, but by God, he increased revenue somehow. Or it's the other way around. I forget what it is.
Whatever it is, yeah.
And that guy's going to make out like a bandit. To some extent, it's like, yeah, fuck you guys. I'm going to share your passwords around. But in general, I don't like the argument of like, well, they make a lot of money, so it's fine. I knew a guy years ago who's like, yeah, I steal movies because, like, you know, the movie companies, they make so much money. I was like, it was the same people that were like, I steal music because I just don't have the money for it right now. And I'm like,
That's
well,
fair.
then you don't
That's
get to
fair.
have it. So I have an issue with the concept, but also for the people who are like in these markets that don't get some of like these big movies for months after they're launched, like, I understand. Right. You want to see it, and it's like, oh, you're going to see spoilers and shit like that, you know? I'm like, yeah, fucking, I get it. If the market doesn't work to you, you're going to encourage piracy. And while I don't condone it, I fucking get it.
You get it. It makes logical. You're like, I understand why.
I'm never gonna berate someone for it. I'm like, I get it. I choose not to. I understand why you're doing it. I get it. Right. But just on principle, I don't like the like, well, they make lots of money, so it's okay. I'm like, that's a shitty reason.
So in that same vein, then, what about doing like Photoshop trial, free trial number 47? Like you keep creating new email accounts to do free trials on like a month-long.
I say that just takes dedication, man. If that's how you want to live your life to be able to edit stuff, like that's on, because you know what? That's a pain in the ass. Because
it absolutely is, because you got to start over with all your settings and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're willing to put up with that, congratulations. Like,
So you say the effort that went into that it supersedes the idea of you're taking advantage of this company.
Well,
like if you're willing to put in the effort to con them, then the con.
You want to keep making new email addresses and then signing up and going through all of that to then, like you said, get a blank version of this. Nothing is like, if you're fine with that and the system allows it, I guess go for it. That to me is a giant pain in the ass. But if someone's like, whatever, I'm never paying for Photoshop, but I want to use it, and this is how I'm going to do it for every 7 days or however long it is, like, or if you're like, hey, I use this like twice a year, and this is how I'm going to use it. Fine, like whatever. Like
I make my Christmas cards this way every year, and I just need it for one week out of the year.
I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that at all. What are you supposed to do? Sign up for a fucking subscription for $100 a month?
That would fall under tier 1 or 2 for you.
Although I would also argue, like, if you're doing like cards and shit like that, just use Canva. Like, use a free service to do that sort of shit. So whatever you're gonna do. So
I agree, but we're not here to tell people what service to use. We're here to say
we don't get paid for advertising for shit. So fuck you guys.
We do not. Yeah.
Let's do one more on this one.
All right. Which one? What's looking good to you?
Let's see here. Downloading a movie because you own it on DVD somewhere.
So this is the Hague rationalization, okay?
That's totally a Hague. That's totally a Hague rationalization. Well, I already bought it once.
Well, he goes between. I brought the Springsteen album on vinyl. Then I bought it on CD when that came out. Then I had to fucking buy it on digital. He goes, I'm not buying it again when I have to change over to what. So he's done buying. He's like, I've given these people enough of my money. Here's
the thing: is there's some logic to that with me? Well, just because you've lived long enough to see technology evolve and to see all these different things come, like, oh, if I want to listen to my music, I have to buy it again. You know, it's like, Jesus,
I gave you my money. I bought the fucking thing when it came out.
Yeah. So, like, to some extent, I get that, but I'm also like, well, do you still have your DVD player? Because if you don't, then I'm sorry.
I would also argue that there are to the record, the vinyl thing. There are turntables that digitize your record collection. So instead of just stealing the thing again, why not just get that, digitize your record collection, and then you've done it. It's manual labor, but you're also not stealing at that point.
Yeah, I'm like, there's definitely some flaws in the law. Again, I get it, but I'm also like, it doesn't go, that argument doesn't go too deep. That's just like, I don't want to do it again. I'm like, okay, I did it once. I don't want to do it again. I'm like, all right. I'm sure there's some examples where you're getting fucked, and I'm like, I'll understand if you do it. But in general, it's just like, well, I bought the DVD. Where is it? I lost it. Oh, okay. So even if you wanted to watch it, you couldn't. So guess what? You got to buy it again.
No, but I bought it once already. I don't think you heard that part.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I don't watch DVDs no more. You know.
And I don't watch DVDs no more because it's bad. There's better. Have you seen the Blu-ray? Blu-ray's great.
All right, let's go on to tier 3.
Yeah. All right. Would you feel guilty speed round? Okay. So I'm going to blurt out.
Let's do this. This should be fun.
Or do you want to move on to the next one?
Well, I was just like, because this is a mini game, and then we've got the actual.
Oh, okay, yeah,
after that.
That's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair. That's fair. And we do have some good responses. I'm just checking out the Discord from the. So we got to get to those as well.
From the PPs.
From the PPs and the poo poos. Let's see where we at. The guilt we should have but don't. Okay, so here we're gonna flip the script. All right, so what are the things that we do without guilt that maybe we should feel bad for, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the whole so I recycle, but you continually buy things that you don't like. You could make a small change in your life to buy like one reusable thing, but you continue to buy the things that you could recycle, but then you're using this energy to recycle all of these bottles, all of these cans. Is there, what kind of things in your life do you feel that you do without guilt, but maybe you should have some guilt?
I mean, I'm pretty good with recycling. I'm very conscious about that as I can be. I could probably do a little bit better with maybe lights and things like that. I'm pretty good with it, but like there's times I leave my computer on. I'm like, I should probably turn that off.
I was going to say, for me, it is 100%. I have so many things perpetually plugged in and running in this house. It is. And I'll turn the lights off. I'll get really persnickety about the lights. But if I'll leave my computer and my monitor and everything in my office up and running for the majority. Sometimes I'll shut it down, but I'll leave it up and running. And then if we really think about it, it's no different than leaving the lights on in the room.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I do it without even thinking. Does not. I'll leave the even when we don't need them. Like we had the water in our basement a few weeks ago. Yeah. We had the box fans down there trying to dry it out, and I left the fans. Everything was dry, and I'm like, I'll leave the fans on for a couple more days just to make sure. Didn't need to. It was dry. Yeah. I tested it with paper towels. It was dry. Then I flushed them.
But you're also like, I don't want to get mold.
So maybe I was justified.
Maybe, probably not, but maybe.
I would say that I do is water too. Sometimes I'll let sometimes I'll let the water run. I will leave the fridge open too. If I'm making something and I know I'm going to be going back to the fridge instead of opening and closing it, I'll open it. I'll turn the little alarm reminder thing off, and I'll go about my business. And I know that's horrible, but I don't feel any guilt about it.
When Jared visited me the last time, like I had the water running for something, and then I got distracted with the dogs, and I went outside like to get them in or whatever, and like I came back in. Jared's like, "Hey man, your water's running." He's like, "What is it? You guys got surplus of water around here?" I'm like, "My bad. I know, you're right. Totally. I lost track of it." And he's just like, "What the hell, man?" I'm like, "I know. You come from the desert area. I get it. My bad." So
I feel bad about this. Did you see another one though?
One I definitely feel bad about is reading all 847 comments on drama I'm not involved in on social media. I am susceptible. I'm not susceptible to a lot of social media stuff, but there's times where I'm like, I got to get to the bottom of this, Yep. And I got to see what the truth is. And I'm just hearing all these different things. I'm like, I have no connection to this thing. Why do I care? I'm like, I got to stop.
Do you where is that? Because I've had that too, where I'm like, I need to dive in and figure out what did this person say initially that sparked this? Or you're trying to get the whole idea of the story, and then at some point you do go, how is this benefiting me at all? This is just such an egregious waste of my time.
It's like, I don't know these people. I know. It doesn't matter what the outcome is, because guess what? Here's the thing: most of the time when you read it or you see it, there's no satisfactory outcome either.
No, absolutely not.
You're like, awesome, I watched all that and I feel like I just ingested a bunch of poison, because I'm like, great. and now I have all this like horrible anger in my body for something that has absolutely nothing to do with me.
Yeah. We used to taking I've never been a person to I'll always feel guilty if there's one more of something, but I have lived with people in the past, roommates in the past, that like it's a communal box of whatever, and it's like if there was the last cookie or the last whatever, I'd be like, hey, if anyone planning on anyone planning on this tonight, like did you want this for dessert or something like that? If not, I'm gonna grab it. There are people who I've lived with who never would announce that, and they would just take the thing, run with it, and I don't know. I always felt the sense of not betrayal, but like just like, dude, what the fuck? Like this was a communal thing. We all have access to it, but just a little shout out of like I'm taking the last one of these things. Right. So I would never do that, but I have felt someone should feel guilt for doing that. Where do you land on that? I know the Cochran House was different growing up.
Oh yeah. Well, I feel like in general, like just in most of my adult life, people are always afraid to take the last one. So I always just make a joke. I'll be like, hey guys, I'm not above doing this. So let me know. Do you want I'll do kind of like a last call. I'm like, cause I will take this. I will eat this. I think it's rude to leave this thing just sitting here. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like we're like, oh, none of us could eat this last piece. It's like, that's fucking rude. Someone eat it, That's crazy. I make an announcement.
Yeah. So the other thing that I was thinking is like, I feel I go back and forth on whether or not I feel guilt for this, but it's forgetting someone's name.
Oh,
like, cause like I'm horrible at remembering names, and it's something as I've gotten older, I've always wished I was better at it, but something as I've gotten older, I'm like, look, I'm just not good at remembering names. I've tried different like devices for like remembering and little tips and tricks and associations, and none of them ever work for me. And so I have started to feel less guilt about just being a shit at remembering people's names.
The amount of lines I can remember from Death to Smoochie, but the amount of names that have just like gone in one ear and come out the other, like it's unfathomable.
It's weird, right?
How that doesn't stick in my brain when people tell me the name. I'm like, I've already forgotten it. The only time that I really focused on is when I was a facilitator and I was doing new hire onboarding, and literally they had name tags in front of them. And I was like, I'm going to learn these names for these 2 weeks, and then when that's done, I'm going to forget your names because I have to make room for another group of people that are going to come through here.
Right.
So I would tell people, I'm like, if I say hi to you and it means I acknowledge you, but I don't remember your name because I see every new person that comes into this company. So I apologize.
And there's a lot of new people. The hiring in that company was insane.
That was crazy. It was shitty.
It happens for me on movie sets. When we get the cast list or the crew list, I will go through and that's the only time where I do everything in my power to commit things to name, because I know I'm going to have to communicate with these people for an extended period of time, and I'll memorize that list. But otherwise, But I'm like, you know what? This is just who I am now. I don't care.
This is it. All right, let's quickly go through this next segment here, and then we'll move on to the community here. So, breaking point. Where's your line, Justin?
Well, we already talked about the money thing, right? Like, if you found $10,000, right?
I ain't taking that shit.
You ain't taking that shit. Like there's a line there, but that's more of a selfish reason, because you're like, I don't know what strings come attached to this.
There's no way that this doesn't come back to get me.
Exactly. Yeah. Now, what if you found like a wallet that had an ID in it and it had, money in there as well? Like, would you go out of your way to return the wallet to make sure it got back with the money intact, with everything? Like, would you cross that line?
100%. I would absolutely not take that, because I've been in situations like that. And when I worked at the hotel, I think one time I found some dude's passport, and he wasn't staying at our hotel. And I think we did some sort of thing where we found out where they were. I think he was Korean. We found the Korean consulate and we called them. We're like, we have this guy's passport. Like we did everything we could, because I'm like, this is his passport. Like this is no joke. If it was a wallet that had $500, I'm like, I'm not taking his money. Like, no way.
Right.
Like,
no,
like
that's good.
Absolutely going to give this back to him. 100%. There's no way. Like if I find that shit, I'll do whatever I can to make sure they get it.
I love the fact that you went above and beyond too.
Of course. I was like, can you imagine being stranded in another country and you lost your fucking passport? Oh my God.
It'd be horrible. Oh my God. That's a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. Yeah. So what if you're at like a restaurant and someone forgets to charge you for one of the entrees? Do you say something?
That one's a little, I might ask. Well, it depends. Like I'll probably just, I might say something because I'm also, it's one of those things where this is going to sound, I think, kind of privileged, where I'm like, I'm going to expect people to do their job to some extent. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And I don't want to take advantage of that, but I'm kind of like 50-50 on it. I think it just depends. Like, I want to make, if it's a large group of people and they fucking forgot one, I'm sorry, I don't know what everyone ordered.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
If it's just my family, I might be like, hey, I don't see this on here. Like, did we make sure we got this taken care of or whatever? I might say something along those lines.
In the situation, what I would probably do is I would tip the equivalent amount of the dish.
No, that's fair. Yeah.
And be like, look, and I don't know if that would maybe get them in trouble. Like there could be, if that happens, then the manager is auditing or whatever, and they see that and they're just like, I'm sorry, is this like a scam you're running? But like,
yeah.
I would think that instead of saying like, oh, can we put this on there? I'd rather have the individual server get that money than
That's
like
fair.
the restaurant having to put like an extra $12 on there. But
Right.
yeah. What about if someone is shoplifting? Do you say something?
What if someone's shooting someone else in the park? Would you?
What if someone is dumping out soup in the side of their parents' yard?
If someone's shoplifting, I'm probably gonna say something, because
Are you saying
nowadays,
it to them or to the
I would probably
store,
alert
the
somebody.
proprietor? Okay.
If someone's if a guy's bending over someone in the park and someone's watching them from 2 feet away, I'm just gonna get out of there. I'm not gonna say anything. But if I see someone like taking shit, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I'm probably gonna say something. Like, I'm gonna be like, yo, I think that, I mean, if someone's putting their garbage, stuffing
You
it
did
in,
say something, right?
yeah, I'll say something there. So, yeah, I think I'll feel inclined nowadays in particular. I think I'll feel inclined to do that because
Yeah.
I've just got this ball of rage in my chest that I can't make go away. So,
That's totally fair. For me, it's if someone parks like an asshole, passively aggressively putting a note on their windshield saying you parked
Yeah.
like an asshole. That's
yeah,
where
you're a
my
dick. Yeah.
that's where my line is. And also, I don't want to get punched. So, it also makes it hard because you don't know what people are packing nowadays, right?
That's the thing too, is like, you just don't know what people are capable of. So I think it's always
Yeah.
a risk to be like how aggressive you are with that sort of stuff. And unfortunately, our society, again, does not encourage us to like say stuff to people anymore because
Exactly.
people get all fucking bent out of shape.
Yeah.
But you posed this question to the Discord. You said, we want to hear about your moral gray areas. What's something that you kept or took that you maybe shouldn't have, but you sleep fine at night? What's something tiny that you feel irrationally guilty about years later? And do you have a defined line for yourself, right or wrong? Or is it a feeling at sliding scale? Slotty has a big one here. Neither one of us have read this yet, so this will be fun. When I worked at Radio Shack, I stole shit all the time. Okay. Particularly when we were asked to just destroy things and throw them out. Okay. Now I'm back on your side. I did not do that for anything I wanted, but sometimes I just took shit. Okay. The best was an electric soldering iron, which I gave to my dad as a gift. They were switching to new packaging, so they wanted us to destroy the old ones, but it was a perfectly good soldering iron that they literally did not want to change, so I took that shit. Okay, I'm back on your side. Come to think of it, I did it when I was at Subaru too. Okay, tell me more. Which cars did you run off with?
Did you take?
We had a thing full of gear that Subaru sent us to give out to our customers. A bunch of it got lost and forgotten about, except I didn't lose it and I didn't forget about it. I got some really nice backpacks out of that, along with water bottles and some other fairly decent stuff. I don't give one shit. I sleep just fine. Do I know what stealing is wrong? Yes. Did I rationalize it by saying I would use these things and give them good homes and they were just going to go to waste? Absolutely. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Similar to
Amelia,
that, I had a guy that worked at Container Store when I worked there. He got the bad shake because there was a small dent in a trash can, and you write it out, you mark like with tape where the dent is, and then you throw it. He later came back and grabbed it out of the dumpster because it was just a small dent in a perfectly fine, expensive trash can. They caught him on security footage doing it, and they thought that he had marked it out on purpose. And he got canned for that. And he was such a good employee. Great guy, too. To this day, one of my friends. And it sucked. And I was just like, morally, not gray at all. Like that, they were throwing it out. But because they saw him do it, ta-da.
We had an unwritten rule at the hotel that sometimes when groups would come in, they would leave them little gift bags. And if the gift bags sat there unclaimed for 24 to 48 hours, then they were free game.
Aha.
And that was true 99% of the time, except this one time. I took one home and I was like, oh, check it out. Look at all these chocolates and all sorts of stuff like that. And I gave them to Jill. And the next day, the leader comes by and goes, hey, someone's coming today. Do you know where their bag is? And I was like, oh my gosh, no. I don't think it's here. They're like, well, I dropped them off yesterday. So like, I would like to know where they are. I'm like, all right, I'll see. And so I went home. I'm like, Jill, don't, like, I need that back. And like, some of it was missing. And the next day I saw the lady. I go, oh, look, I have it. And she looked at it and she looked down. She's like, someone's been in here. I was like, oh, like, she goes, keep it. And she left. And I felt awful.
You're like, damnedest thing.
I felt so bad. But people left shit there all the time. I'm like, oh yeah, this is the total right thing to do. And to this day, I'm like, oh, that was a bad decision. Emilio says, when I worked at GameStop, they would quote unquote penny out items all the time. Basically, you can't sell anything for a penny. So when items would get marked down, you had to throw them out. Some things we vigorously damaged just because we hated the product and the fact that we had to sell them in stores. Other things were very quietly put away in the back room for quote unquote disposal later. The large trash cans were in the parking lot where we parked, so we wouldn't be surprised when some of this stuff found its way into our vehicles. That's also how I got gaming posters, standees, and really cool store-only signage.
Absolutely.
Seth says, everyone... retail workers unite and presumably steal shit.
That's right. Oh, my God.
Well, let us know.
There you go.
Let us know. Where's your line morally with this sort of stuff? Is there anything where you're like, yeah, I don't worry about this? What are the things where you're like, yeah, that's my line, man. That's where, is there a story where you're like, you did something and you're like, I still can't sleep that well, or I think about it in the shower from time to time because I still feel guilty about it? Let us know. We're not the cops. We have to say we're not the cops, so whatever. But hit us up in those comments, youtube.com/mindgappodcast, or join our Discord, link in the description down below, and share your story with us. We'd love to hear all about it. It's great. But now it's time for a brand new game. Justin.
Ooh, I'm so excited for this.
All right, I'm calling this game The Verdict. And basically what I've done is I've pulled some reviews of movies off of Letterboxd. If you're not familiar with Letterboxd, essentially it's a social media site where people will watch movies and leave their own reviews. It's kind of like Goodreads, except for movies. So what I'm going to do, Justin, is I'm going to read you a review of a movie. And what you need to do is, based on that review, you need to tell me the star rating that this person gave for the movie. And it can go anywhere from 1 to 5 stars, and half stars count. Yes. And then for funsies, if you think you can guess the movie, then that's just a free bonus point. Otherwise, I'll tell you what the movie's is, and maybe it'll be interesting, maybe not. We'll find out. But
all right,
we're gonna give this a try. All right, here we go. First one. Watched this on a plane. Had to pretend I was asleep so nobody saw me sobbing. What's the star rating for this movie? Based on that review.
Based on that review, I'm going to say they gave it 4.5 stars.
That's exactly right. 4.5 stars. Let's go.
Someone uses Letterboxd.
What movie do you think it is?
Hamnet.
Oh, that's a good guess.
Oh, wait, I don't. That's probably not on the plane already. That's probably not on the plane yet. Hold on. Okay. What would be a plane movie?
Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it.
Okay. Schindler's List.
It's Up.
All right. So almost
Close.
The same.
All right.
Yeah. Schindler's List and Up share a lot of similar plot.
A lot of crying and children. Okay. Here's your next one. The definition of accidentally became important at work and it's ruining my life.
Say that one more time.
The definition of accidentally became important at work and it's ruining my life.
I don't understand that at all.
So basically what they're saying is that this movie exemplifies you accidentally are important at work. Like you became a very important person and it's ruining your life.
Yeah.
What's the star rating for this film?
The star rating is the definition of I'm going to say 3 stars.
Okay, good guess. It's 4.5 stars.
4.5 again. Okay,
yeah.
Fair enough.
Do you want to guess the movie?
They were a fan of this.
Yeah.
Accidentally became important at work. The Truman Show.
Good guess. It's Project Hail Mary.
Ah, yes. That was my next guess.
which I thought was a very funny way of describing that film.
Right. 100%.
All right, here's your next one.
Okay.
This is just a documentary about my dad.
2 stars.
Exactly right. It's 2 stars.
Is it The Whale?
That's hilarious. It's actually There Will Be Blood.
Oh, man. There it is. Damn it.
Oh, my God. Okay. Next one here we have, everyone in this movie needed therapy. I needed therapy after watching it.
I'm going to say 1.5 stars.
5 stars.
5 stars! Whoa! Okay. I needed therapy. Everyone in this movie needed therapy. I needed therapy after I watched it. The Eternals.
Requiem for a Dream.
That's close.
Basically,
There's a
the
lot
same
of plot
thing.
points. Yeah.
All right. Here's your next one. My ex made me watch this. This movie was fine. My ex was not fine. How many stars?
These are fantastic. This one, the movie was fine, so you said it was okay. I'm going to say 2.5 stars.
It's 2, so you're
2.
within the
There you
half
go,
star.
yeah.
So very, very good. Do you want to take a guess in the movie?
My Barbie.
La La Land. You got
La La
you got-
Land. All right.
You got Gosling in there, so there you go.
Both of which I would give between 4 to 5 stars myself. So.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do a couple more here.
Okay.
Watch this instead of going to my cousin's wedding. No regrets. Well, some regrets.
Watch this and say, well, some regrets. I'm gonna guess this one. This one has to be somewhere in the middle. I'm gonna say 2.5 stars.
4 stars.
4 stars, but still
4
some
stars.
regrets. Interesting.
Well,
Uh,
they watched this instead of going to their cousin's wedding. No regrets. Well, some regrets because they
Right.
didn't go to their cousin's wedding. Instead, they watched this. So
oh no, see, I thought it was. Well, this is the movie I chose, so I regret that. Is it The Wedding Crashers?
it's The Godfather.
Ah, yes. Okay, got it.
All right. I hate Ryan Reynolds. I hate Gal Gadot. I hate The Rock. I hate Netflix. I hate movies. I hate you.
I mean, what's
No
I
punctuation
can't-
in this at all. It's just all one run-on sentence.
I hate you. I hate Ryan Reynolds. I hate Gal Gadot. I hate The Rock. I hate Netflix. I hate you.
I hate movies. I hate you.
I hate movies. I hate you. Tell me this is 5 stars. Tell me they gave this 5 stars. Did they give it 1 star?
It's 1 star.
It's 1 star. Okay. It's not Red 1, is it?
It's Red
Or-
Notice.
Red Notice. That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Red 1 was the Christmas movie. That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. There's so many good ones.
That was-
I'm going to do a couple
was
more.
great.
So good.
Okay.
They wrote, it's like Finding Nemo if the dad was a stoner, alcoholic, and woke.
Oh, this is one battle after another for sure.
It is one battle after another. Yes.
That's a great. It's so accurate.
I know.
Jesus
So good.
Christ, that's so accurate.
It's so good.
I'm gonna say they gave this 4.5 stars.
Exactly on point. 4.5
Bingo.
stars. Fucking nailed it.
Was
All
that
right.
my review?
All right, here's another one.
Okay.
Nobody's ready for how much talk there is about eating pussy in this movie.
This is called Pizza Party with My Mom.
What
No one's
FP?
ready for how.
Nobody's ready for how much talk there is about eating pussy in this movie. What's the star rating?
4 stars.
3.5. You're very close.
3.5.
3.5
That was
star.
right there. Right there. Yeah.
You want to guess the movie?
Oh man, I really do, but I can't think what movie talked that much about pussy. Is it Death to Smoochy?
Sinners.
Oh yeah, of course. Duh. Yes. You gotta find that button right and lick it. Like yeah. You ever had that ice cream downtown? Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Just
And
like
then he's
that.
like,
Not
she's
too
like,
much
oh,
pressure,
baby, I got to
yeah.
wash up. He's like, I just want to taste you. It's like, whoa, what?
Right. And then he's outside, he goes, cousin found that button.
He did. Found that button. All right. As much as I want to keep doing this for the rest of the night, I'm
Man.
going to do 2 more. And I'll save more for later. Okay. Oh, which ones do I want to do? Okay. Okay. walked out of the cinema and immediately Googled if William Shakespeare had a slutty little hoop earring. How many stars, Justin?
2 stars.
4.5 stars.
4.5 stars. Okay. I just assumed that was felt like a very judgmental review. That's Hamnet.
Sounds like someone was like, I'm into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's Hamnet.
That is Hamnet. Very good.
Yeah, it has to, yeah. But it just sounded like whether you're just like, this feels historically inaccurate. Did William Shakespeare have a slutty little hoop earring?
I just need to know, did he have a slutty little hoop earring? Because
what a great, you know? Oh, man. Some of these people should write for periodicals.
All right, Justin, pick a number between 1 and 4.
4.
Okay. Good choice. Not all these were good choices, but this one's good. Very dumb. Like dumb enough to cast a Frenchman as a Scotsman and a Scotsman as an Egyptian Spaniard. And yet, I cannot deny, it kind of rocks.
3 stars. Right down.
I won't ask you for the stars because I actually didn't put a star rating. I don't know if you've seen some of those.
Okay.
There's just no stars. But do you
there's
want to
just
guess
no
the movie?
stars.
Yeah.
It was a Frenchman that played Wait, what was it? What was the?
So, it's dumb, very dumb. Like dumb enough to cast a Frenchman as a Scotsman and a Scotsman as an Egyptian Spaniard, and yet
Frenchman as a Scotsman and a Scotsman as an Egyptian Spaniard. It's not Gladiator, is it?
It's not Gladiator.
I was like, I know there was some crossover with.
It's Highlander.
Oh, there you go. Okay, fair enough. All right, I never would have guessed that. That's fucking great.
This is my new favorite thing right here.
I love this. I don't know how you found so many good ones, dude.
That Letterboxd is riddled with them, and I was like, holy shit.
Amazing.
This is incredible. There was another one I think I saw that I was like, I can't remember exactly what it was. I think it was for someone said Sean Penn won an Oscar for the most unique walk in a movie ever. Like I think is what the review was for One Battle After Another. I'm like, agreed. Yeah. That was a very good character choice. I fully agree. I think there was another one that said for One Battle After Another, it's like if Trump watched this, he would shoot himself. I was like, and that's the review of the movie. 4.5 stars. I'm like, okay.
Someone make him watch this.
Oh, all right. Well, that was fun. Justin, what do you have to recommend for this week?
I am going to recommend the movie Begonia. With Jesse Plemons and Emma Stone.
I've watched that.
It's you said you did watch it?
I have.
Yeah. It's a great movie. I don't know what else to say other than it's a trip. It's a very Yorgos Lanthimos, I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name, film.
Just cast a spell. Yorgos Lanthimos.
You'll understand next week. But yeah, I think it's weird and it's out there, but also timely because of like trust issues and misinformation, and it's great. Go watch it. Begonia.
I kept thinking about it for a couple days.
It's on Peacock.
I was like, yeah, interesting film. I'm going to recommend one that you recommended, Blue Moon.
You watched it? Yeah,
I watched it. Ethan Hawke is just fucking amazing, man. That guy is one of my favorite actors, and he basically runs that fucking movie, man. Like, it's
amazing the lift he had to do with that film.
Yeah, I don't know shit about musical lyricists or composers or anything that was going on at that time in American history, but I could watch just everything about this guy, and it was amazing. It was so good.
Yeah.
Highly recommend it. It's on Netflix. It's a very simple, basically one location thing that happens over an evening, and it's fucking phenomenal. Just tremendous acting from top to bottom. It was incredible. So
cool.
Highly
Love
recommend it.
Glad you liked it.
So thank you for the recommendation. It's very good.
For sure.
All right, gang. Thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate you. We'd appreciate it if you checked us out on youtube.com/mindgappodcast and dropped a like and a subscribe button and drop us a comment on anything we've had throughout this conversation. Let us know your thoughts on anything. Check the link in the description for links to our Discord, links to our Patreon, and links to our merch over at Redbubble. And be sure to check out Justin online as well.
On Instagram, @Justin_Michael, spelled Mikel. It's the fun way of spelling it. And while you're in the online realm, anywhere where you can get audio podcasts, you can find us there as well. Go ahead and do all the things: subscribe, rate, review, download, listen, share. Sharing is the big one. Please let people know that we exist. It goes a long way, a lot further than you think. And we appreciate every time you let someone know that we exist out there. And then TwoEastEighth.com, TwoEastEighth on all social media, loveandimprovfilm.com, Love and Improv Film on Instagram. And also, I think it's The Strange Frequencies Or look up Strange Frequencies on Instagram. That's another one I'm a part of.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah. Woo!
Woo! With that, I'll say, Justin, thank you.
Douglas, thank you.
Listeners, viewers, thank you. And you all have a dandy fucking week.
Mind Gap Podcast.